Hey, what's up there, everybody? This is Thavius Beck. In the following course, I want to talk about Bitwig 4 and a lot of the new features that have come with it. There's quite a few new features here that allow us to really play around with how events happen and occur. For example, there's a whole slew of new operators that we're going to get into pretty shortly. Let me go ahead and select the notes in this clip. If I look in the inspector panel on the left, there's a new area here that says operators, and this allows us to do all kinds of things from changing the probability of notes, changing how often they repeat within the note, basically subdividing it. We can give the note certain conditions, so they only play if other notes play, or we can create a fill condition, and we actually have a global fill control where we can activate that for all clips that have this fill condition. And then we can also determine how often notes will play based on the iteration of the loop. For instance, only play this note on the first and fourth iteration of the loop. You can do a lot here to make a really basic idea sound much more nuanced, add a lot of variety, and ultimately kind of make these clips a bit more generative in a way. So this is really, really cool, especially for people who are coming from, let's say, like the hardware world of Elektron and stuff like that. A lot of this will probably make you smile. So that's very cool. There's a lot more than that, though, as well. We have new spread controls, which allow us to take things like, let's say, velocity, timbre, pressure, different expression controls, and spread the values so that every time a note gets triggered, it'll land within a certain range of values as opposed to always being the same velocity or always having the same timbre. So again, that in addition to the operators is a lot. But wait, there's more. We also have comping now, which allows you to basically loop a certain region of time and record multiple takes. And then once you have those takes, you can comp them together, piece together the best parts to make your masterpiece recording. And what's awesome about this is you can do comping not only in the arrangement panel over here, but also in the clip launcher over here, because the takes are all contained within the clip. So you can move the clip back and forth, the takes stay there. There's a lot of interesting things that you can do when you combine that with the operators that I mentioned before. And last but not least, there's actually more than that, but the one feature that really kind of blew my mind, you can actually import projects now from Ableton Live, as well as from Fruity Loops. And I'm not a Fruity Loop user personally, but I have been using Ableton Live for a very long time. And I can confirm that this works with a few caveats that we'll talk about at the very end of the course. So it's a lot of material to cover, but I think we can do this quite gracefully. So without further ado, let's get started. And first off, I wanted to start discussing some of the features of the operators that I mentioned earlier.